Hello guys, and welcome back to another First Descendant video, and today let's talk about Outposts. Really, overall, they're one of the places that you're going to be farming a lot of Amorphous materials to get your basic weapons to enter hard mode, and also, pretty much, get your ultimate Descendants in a different way that is comparably faster for some of them on at least the relic-wise. Though it's very much dependent on what you're farming for, since you're going for the 32% on as much stuff as you possibly can for the highest chance. But guys, let's get into more detail about how they exactly work. But firstly guys, let's talk about Sharen and the Sharen build that I have right now. Firstly, Sharen is going to be one of the ways that you can infiltrate those and get the bonus rewards. There are other ways, though we're not going to be covering them in this video. But her main ability to do this is activate camouflage. She also has a stun that is helpful on the larger enemies. Some bosses can be affected by this, and most of them are elite bosses, so they can be affected by the stun. And then she has a sword that's damage, and a Z that is pretty much just a area damage that also has a stun and electrocution on it, which is good. But we're building duration for her second ability, so she can infiltrate while she's invisible. And then we also are building cooldown, just so we can get this back if anybody gets in our line of sight or anything. We'll talk more about that later. But that's generally what I'm running right now. I have Battle Stamina just for HP bonuses, and then I have Electric Specialist just for damages, though we can put Focus on Fusion and other stuff there instead. But guys, let's get on to the other parts of the video. Okay, for Outposts, the ones I'd say hit firstly are, if we go to the world map, the Kingston one over here, hitting it on hard mode is really good, because the 54, I think, is the one. I can check it right now, but it's 54 and 55. But it's the AA ones now. But 54, you also got this with a Crystallization Catalyst. And then 50, it's 3? No, it's 5. Okay, so 55 AA is a energy activator. So you get both of them from farming this mission, though they both drop at a 25% chance, which is great. If you hit all of the single points with your infiltration, you'll get this one, I think. Oh, we can check it. Head to the map again, go to Kingston. And over here. But you also get a good chance on pretty much getting any of these. It's 25%, so you get a decent amount, plus you have getting 2. And this is a really quick mission to go through since it's 1 minute, and it's really popular for farming these, since the Void Reactor over here is really easy to do since it's one elite enemy with just 2 health bars, and it's easy. The materials are easy too, especially if you're farming the bunny up here of the fortress. You get the shards that you need for it up here anyways to farm. Though it's like the only other shard that I think you need's an organic, maybe. Though it could, yeah, it's organics, which are just fought from sticking fire ones, so you just go to Sterile Land or any of the other ones that have a fire. You get them relatively easily. Not Sterile Land, that one's a multi one. Adios. But you come down to both of these places, you'll get them relatively quickly. Though it's like, you're going to be running that stuff if you're going for XP anyways, so you're going to get the material, especially if you're running for the electric characters, because you're going to be farming gun XP for your master rank experience. But the other ones I'd say recommend are pretty much whatever weapons you're going for, though. So you want to come in here, type in, so I want Piercing Light. But I want the blueprint, so type in blue after that, and then I get all of these ones that pop up. I don't want this because it's not going to be great, though I can get other stuff from it that I might want. So that's a thing that's on the chopping block, but that is one that might take longer since it's a full mission I'm going to have to run through instead of just a mission 1 minute thing. The positive of running those, though, is that it's a 100% drop chance, though I'm going to grind up 100 of each one of these to show you the difference in comparison, though I'm working on that right now. But guys, so I don't want this one, it's 15%, not worth it. This one's a 38, and it's a purple. These are a lot easier, if this is what I recommend if you're target farming something. Though, if you want the Crystallization Catalyst increase to 20%, you're going to want to farm one of these. So this one got some Ultimate Lepic Enhanced Cells, which is great, so you might want to farm that one. Also has an SMO and Secret Garden. This one has a Piercing Light Python, which are both great weapons. And then it has an ultimate Glay. I farmed both of these because I'm just comparing which one I think is better. Though it's like, if you're doing something that you don't want, if you chose VS as your starter, you do not want this. Is going to be an issue with it. Though the things that you want are the other things. There needs to be a way to scrap the other stuff down into some basic components. Or sell it, which is something they've talked about, but meh. But guys, that's how you're going to want to use the Outpost. But say, I am feeling like I want this one. Where is this? So it's on Vespers Hard, Moonlight Late, Strategic Outpost. Come out here and can look at it. So it's 74, and then the other one, if I head down here, is 75. So I can also look at what 75 is by typing it up here relatively easily. Going here, going in depth, and then looking at what's also I'm getting. So I'm getting Nitrous Devotion, which I have completely maxed out already, so It's going to be the negative of running that. And the King Guard's Lance inside the Fiber Blueprint is Ultimate VS code, though, is cool. The Ajax code is The Energy Activator is also cool. But if I compared it to the purple, so I go back, the Piercing Light Blue, I compare it to the purple. How's the purple better? Make sure to get off that. It's better since it's going to be the only thing that can drop, so there's 47. And then there's also, if I scroll down without it freaking out, 47. So you have a higher chance of getting the blueprint here, because you have a higher chance of getting 2 relics that obtain the Piercing Light blueprint. That is how you're going to want to farm any of your pieces if you're doing Outpost, is because it's pretty much more guaranteed if you're farming one that has the guaranteed stuff, and the ones that normally have I think there probably is a legendary one, though most legendary ones seem like there's 2 different ones in them, which is good if you're farming for crystallization catalysts and energy reactors along with stuff, but if you want to target farm just the blueprint, go for the purples. Go for the highest purple one that you can. Though, if there's not a 32% one, I would not recommend going for the purple, just because it's going to take you a hot minute if you're not lucky. And I am notoriously unlucky. But guys, that's pretty much the basic of how the reactors work, guys. But to sum up everything that was said in this video, if you see a Sharen like this, hide behind the wall like them. They'll be able to join in after you see all everything right there, and you can peek to see if the boss has spawned in, then you can rush in yourself, or hit the enemy and you'll get your reward. If you're playing any other character, if you see a Sharen, let them do their thing and infiltrate. Whenever you hear that, you can start the infiltration, guys. Come in here. And if that happens, that's what I mean when you have somebody with the line of sight and then they mess it up. That will happen non-stop during them, so you either gotta do this and find another thing, or you can just deal with it and farm with them. It makes it slower overall, so that's the reason why you'd want to switch to a different one. Something you can do to make that stuff not happen is if your build's more viable, you can switch to a public, to a private, but you pretty much will have to go to a different area by going, like, say, up here to Grand Pro Square, and then you're going to have to move back down to the other area is how it's going to work, which is going to be annoying. I know, like, you should be able to do it as you can switch your characters at Outposts or switch to even hard mode. And back, but you come up here, switch to hard mode. And then you can also travel back down there and see if it's good or not, switch to normal, or you just go back down there and see if anybody's running it. If you do not want to turn it to private, those are how it works. Once you guys are up here, make sure you go invisible, like I almost did. Make sure you do. Hit them by each wave that you dub the fastest way to hit them. It might be a few tries for you to get it down, though you'd use your grapple hook and other stuff to move it around. Then you cut over here. You gotta stun, use it, do that, and you pretty much hit them in one hit, especially if you have a good build on Sharen. I do not yet, so I cannot say that mine would be able to do that hard mode. And then you have a high chance to get your material like that. This is the easy mode one, so that's why that stuff went through faster. But guys, thank you for watching this video. This is the little summary. Remember, guys, to make sure to farm the one that has the highest chance, but also if it's a double one or a purple, make sure to run that one if you're going just for the part and not the other stuff. That's what my recommendation would be. Though if you need the crystallization catalyst and energy reactors, and knowing me and you most likely do, you might want to run the hard mode ones. Get a group together, go on a Discord or something, and we'll be making pretty much that, guys. But thank you for watching this video, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Bye.